What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Good Monday. Good week. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a really busy one, but that's not the main conversation topic around me right now. Today, I was not supposed to do a live stream because I was supposed to film for a client some really basic conference stuff and do a wrap-up video, people getting together, doing a conference, and just wrapping it up. But the thing is, hold on, let me bring that microphone in a little bit. I got COVID. I'm stuck home for a couple days. I got COVID. Feeling fine. I'm in the peak right now. So as you can see, except of a nose dripping a little bit, I'm fine. No breathing, no coughing, no nothing. I still taste that tasteful coffee. And yeah, everything else is it's pretty much a cold. It's just a bad cold for me. Knocking on wood. Hey Tobias, hello from Germany, hello from Canada. Hope things are well where you guys are in the world, wherever you are. Stay safe, stay healthy. And I don't mean that in COVID or attention. I mean, overall, stay healthy, stay in good shape. Hello, Charlie from Texas. Stratos, where are you from, Stratos? I'm gonna get better, trust me. No, a couple days and I'll be back doing events. Because I had a 9 in a row this week, or weeks. I was supposed to start on Tuesday and going through, not this Monday, the next one. But, is it 9? Is it 9 day? Or more than that? I know it's a 9. It was supposed to be a 9 in a row, but now I got a little break. Got a couple day breaks. Wednesday I should be back with a mask out on event. Really basic stuff, but overall I'll be fine. Thank you very much, guys, for all your concern. Thank you, Herman. I'm sick. Yeah, COVID. I got COVID right now. I'm on day 4 of COVID right now. Oh, you from Greece, Stratos? Okay. I'm gonna get healthy really soon, trust me. It's not my first time, it's actually the 3rd time that I get COVID, so I should be fine. And I got the how do the kids say, OG COVID back in 2020, so I should be fine. I got my vaccine, not all of them. I'm a little late to the game on that side. I only had 2, but COVID 3 time and 2 vaccine, and I'm going really well. I'm not here to talk about COVID, by the way, guys. I just, as usual, I'll tell you guys about how I'm doing. Well, I'm doing sick this week. That's it. It happened. Okay, moving on. We're here to talk about console. We're here to talk about live sound, how to help you guys achieve better result with your console and achieve a good time with your wing. Do I go there? Do I go? Okay. I'm known to walk the line sometimes, walk a really thin line, and say, there's some stuff coming in your way. I'm talking about firmware release. You got a difficult one for me, Herman. Okay, please go ahead. Otherwise, I'm gonna I'm gonna slowly dip my feet into hot water. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm gonna tell you, there's some really cool firmware updates coming and some really cool software coming our way. All I'm gonna say. You guys figure out the rest, but we got some really cool software coming and firmware coming. I didn't tell you anything. We'll see if that's get me in trouble or not. But moving on. We'll see. We'll see what happened. I don't know. Oh, I meant to press the mute group, Jonathan. Okay. Moving on. Drop the bomb here. Sorry. Someone wanted to create and share a list of usage for the scrub wheel. Has that already happened? For the scrub wheel, the wheel here in the bottom, I don't believe there is a list of available feature, but the list actually is in the console. Let's dive into this. We're gonna go in. I'm gonna press View on the custom control, and hold on, I just want to do it on another list here. I'm gonna press View, Layer 2. Basically is everything that can be adjusted here. So it could be, I believe it could be a fader. If you assign, okay, let's try it. Let's go, not a rotary encoder. Let's go with a knob, and we'll see what are the options. Let's okay, mute. No, mute is an action, as I should describe. I don't know if I'm using the right term here or not, but anything that you can adjust, basically time for reverb, or maybe if I can add a fader here on a knob, which I don't think you can, but maybe you could have access to anything that can be adjusted. So everything that was pretty much have a third menu here. So insert, yeah, no, you cannot adjust that on or off. Mute group, no. DCA group, no. Send on fader, okay. If I go send on fader here, will that do something? When I press it, I'm gonna try. Okay, when I press send on fader here, all it does is create a shortcut for a send on fader, but it has nothing to do with the wheel. So FX parameter, there you go. Everything, I believe everything that will be parameter here will be adjustable with the scroll wheel. Because right now, if I'm doing it with the first one, that vintage reverb pre-delay, if I'm pressing on it, yeah, it worked with the wheels. Absolutely no problem here. You guys cannot see that. I need a camera number 3 to have that. I just don't know how to make you guys see what I'm seeing on the console every time. I'm struggling with that a lot, but we'll see. What else? What else do we have? That has parameter, basically. Page input filter. Okay. Well, let's try this one. Channel page. I don't think that will do anything. No. Doesn't have any option here. What else? Global page would be the same thing. You're just gonna jump you to that page with the press of a button. I think that's gonna be MIDI CC. It's just a MIDI CC. I hope I don't close my stream by doing this, but no. Okay. All the function here are pretty much single action, meaning when you press the knob, it just do what it does. The only parameters that I believe you can change with the wheel are, or will be, and we'll see. Hold on. Maybe I'm missing something here, but will be the effects parameter. I believe those will be the only thing that you can play around with the jog wheel. I don't see any other option available right now. Yeah, basically that's it. Let's go back to my view here. There we go. So that's about it. That's the jog wheel. This is how far we will go with this one. Maybe there will be some other implementation coming, but who knows? As we speak, it's all we got. But it's more than enough if you want to have quick access to a lot of stuff. Seriously, 8 knobs plus the 8 rotary. I don't know how many parameters you usually play around with live, but that will be it. I cannot answer that question, Jason. But maybe. But I cannot answer that question on the stream. I'm sorry. Stick around, guys. Hold on. Be patient. You guys will be happy. I said that a lot. Okay. I'm going to say this. Behringer, people at Music Tribe working really, really hard to make advancement on the console to help you guys getting better result. It's gonna happen, trust me. They don't lie. Behringer pretty much never lie. I'm trusting them. They're gonna give you a lot. Just be patient, please. People working their butts off over there to get you stuff going. So please, just be patient. Stuff's gonna happen. Just wait, please. You're all gonna be happy. Really, really happy soon. And more stuff will come down. Just send a message to Behringer to say thank you. Go on Facebook, start a thread and say thank you for the lovely people over at Music Tribe. I'm sorry, guys. I probably gotta sneeze. Okay, no. I'm sick, so I will allow myself to sneeze on the street. Okay, seriously. Good stuff are coming your way. Wait. Say thank you to the people at Music Tribe. Don't rush them. Trust me, they want to get stuff out as much as you do. Give them some slack. They're working really hard. Thank you. Moving on to another question. I'm gonna have to take my phone here because I'm missing a couple comments and I'm having a publicity going. Okay. The scrub wheel, the jug wheel, call it however you want. Okay, we covered that. Headman PC editor, who knows? Okay, good morning. Hi, Handy. Hi, Handy. Did I say hi, Handy? Hi, Handy. Actually, Andy, I want to thank you very, very much for the video that you sent me to check out the Dente stuff. This is probably something that I will do this afternoon because I'm homesick. I cannot go anywhere. All I can do is play around with the console. So that's probably gonna be what I'll do for the next couple days. After that, we need the new effects to do the DJ scratch on the jug wheel. Probably, Headman, that will probably happen. Never. But it will be really fun. Actually, if somebody over at Music Tribe want to do something really funny, you should have an effect that you can put on a track, a vocal, just to do some weirdo, like DJ stuff in that. That would be really fun to have that as an effect. Just kidding. Okay, seriously. Okay, answered Jason. Okay, so here's my previous question, further detail. I'm gonna go with Jason and I'm gonna go back to Charlie. I want to use a headphone and a power speaker as monitor B. Yes, you can do that. The Wing has monitor A and B. A for headphone, B for speaker. Default icon could be changed however you want, but good. In main monitor config, you can change A or B or A plus B. When you flip A to B, a solo channel, it will go back to A. Okay. My goal is any channel I solo will be monitor A and B and stay in that mode. Okay, let me try something. Can you set a per monitor stuff? Can you set, okay, on every channel, I believe you can set the solo A or B here in the bottom. I could be wrong. If anybody have more experience than I do, you can set per channel solo bus. There you go. You can set, but it will work if you, basically the idea behind this, just so everybody else can follow. If you are a monitor engineer or in a studio, and you have headphone, you can monitor to some stuff into headphone, into a pair of reference studio monitor, or a floor monitor if you are doing live sound. When you have a in-ear mix or headphone mix, it's usually really, really loud and really, really complete with click track and everything, and you don't want to listen to that into a floor monitor. It will rip your head off, basically. So this is why you have 2 solo options. That's my belief. This is what I do. This is what I used to do on Pro 2, because I believe the Pro 2 had 2 solo bus. So, hi Neve. Well, hello from Canada. Hello Israel. I hope you guys doing great over there. So basically, yes, it can be set. It can be set from the channel. So why would you want? Or sorry, I want to make sure that I understand your question correctly here. Whenever you flip from A plus B and solo a channel, go back to A. Okay. Let's try it. Let's see if it's a bug or it's a feature. I'm gonna solo, actually, my channel 40, which is the one that is selected right now, is in B. My channel A1 next to it, the one that I'm using to listen to the background music, is in solo A. Let's, for fun, select solo B. I'm soloing my channel right now. That's solo B. Let's go back to solo A, which I usually solo during the live stream. I'm gonna take solo out, and we will take a look at our bus. It went back to output A. Really interesting. Do we have anybody in the chat that has a take on this? Or I do believe this is a mistake. There's maybe a bug that can be reported there, or if that's normal or not. I don't know. I don't know everything, guys. But I'm pretty much with Jason on this one. I think it's a bug. I would agree. It should stay on A and B. If you choose it, it should not go back. Patrick's also agreed it's a bug, so maybe if Patrick agreed with me, the host so powerful, Patrick. Guys, if you don't know who Patrick Jane Mayo is, please go take a look at his website, x32ram.com, x32ram.com. He has a lot of software that can go along with the wing. He's doing a lot of stuff that can help you achieve some more that you can do with just the console itself. He has something like to use the SD card as you use 2 SD card, and you can basically run the console like a tape recorder, bouncing from one card to another. You can do it by hand, but his software will make it really, really quick to change, like record a input drum, move that to the other one, to the other card, and add some more track back and forth. Guys, go take a look at Patrick's website, buy a software or 2. He's always there. Well, not always, but most of the time he's here helping me with your question. He's a really trustworthy source when it comes to the wing. So please go check him and his website for all your software for X32 and the wing. Also, he has some great stuff going on with Reaper if you guys using the Reaper DAW. Great stuff happening there too. So please go take a look at his website. Okay, moving. Hold on. Let me go back to. I should have a bigger screen. You guys are writing so much. I love it. What's going on here? I had a question from Charlie's. I'm loving the wing so far. Good. What else did you say? You say something else. I'm pretty sure. Stratos, did I answer that question? So your video fixing problem with the Dente, have you got it working? The remote issue? No, I'm gonna work on that. Oh, I answered that, yeah. I'm gonna work on that later today or this week. What else? Okay, here's Charlie's question. Can you control multiple items with custom button and GPIO? I'm not sure to understand fully your question here. Can you control external device? I would say yes, because let's do a quick example. I'm running MIDI from my custom control here to change my camera on my software, so I can control multiple devices. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm missing out of a little bit of context here, but you can do a lot there. MIDI out to control light, yeah, you can do that. Actually, a funny thing, I was thinking about doing this on Saturday. You guys probably see the old Expression SI console from Soundcraft that has basic light control on it. You cannot really do this with the Wing. The Wing cannot send out DMX signal. It would be fun though, but seriously, you cannot do that, but you can talk to a computer and use your Wing with MIDI fader to talk to a light console. So let's say that we want to create a custom setup here. I'm selecting the user layer and I want to assign some stuff. By default, you can assign the channel, but you can also create some MIDI stuff. So if you want to populate your console with MIDI fader, that could be, oh, sorry, I'm gonna do this like this. I can create some custom control for MIDI. Oh, okay, I don't want to touch this one. Okay, I'm not gonna play around with MIDI, but you guys basically understand what's happening here. You have MIDI control. Maybe I should use another channel. Hold on. This channel 1 is my computer, and I hope I don't just kill my stream pressing the wrong one. So I'm gonna go channel 16. Okay, channel 16, there's nothing happening here. I can have some MIDI channel on the console, and I can raise my fader. You guys cannot see it, but I have on my screen, displaying on my screen here, some information about the MIDI control. So you can do a lot of things. You can do a lot of things with a custom layer, and maybe could we? Okay, I'm gonna throw out one in the void here. Could be fun to use the mute and solo and select of these channel to do action. That will be really fun when we are in MIDI. Also, we can create some MIDI button here on the right. So on your custom control, you can create some really cool stuff out of that. So I believe that will be one way to control light or control a lot of stuff with the Wing and the GPIO also. If you have pedal, because I believe it's GPIO input and output. So that's a lot of thing. You can control a lot of thing and do some really cool custom stuff with that. Let me. Okay, another question from Stratos here. Do we run that out of the chat? Yes, we do. Okay. Can you explain a bit more about GPIO when you have time? Actually, don't move, Stratos. I'm gonna come back to this. I know basically how GPIO are working. I should definitely do an episode with Patrick Jane Mayo about that because I believe is the one who work a lot with the development of the GPIO. It's basically internal switch, but I'm not qualified enough, I would say, to explain how they work exactly. I understand how to use them. I understand that they are basically a relay switch like you would find on a guitar amp or stuff like that, or it's just switch. But I would like to have Patrick on the show because it's always fun to talk with him. He's got a lot of knowledge and information about more of the software side of the console, and I believe he's the one that should tell you guys about it more than I do. I understand how to use it, but I'm not the one that you should ask this question. I don't know everything. I know a lot of things, but I don't know everything. Okay. How do you find that the source are on the right and destination on the left on the routing table? You mean, sorry, we're gonna come here. Having this, well, that's your, so maybe it's fine for me because I'm left-handed. But I'm just getting used to it. When you have, your source doing your thing, your output doing your thing, you have this that you select basically what you want to assign, what you want to work with, and what do you assign into it. I'm slowly wrapping my head around the routing system in this console. Don't change it, please. I'm slowly getting it. It's been 3 years, and I'm working with this pretty much I'm working with this console every week. Don't change it. Don't. I'm wrapping my head around it. Don't change it, please. From Vasil, can you put a password on the console? Actually, there's one thing that you can do. No, it's not like Yamaha where you can put a... The mugs make you feel uncomfortable? Okay, Adrian, I'm sorry. You're gonna get used to it. What was I saying? Is it the disease that speak? Or I was saying, no, seriously, let me grab my phone. Okay, password. There we go. I was talking about password. No, it's not like Yamaha where you can have an administrator password and you can lock the console by itself, but you can do a couple things. You can use the control knobs around the screen to create a code if you want to lock the console. Meaning, if you don't know how to lock the console when you walk away from it, you just take the home button, press it down for a few seconds, the console is getting locked. There is nothing you can do physically. Like I can move everything, I can shut down all my stuff. It's not going to affect the software part of the console. The physical interface is not responding when the console is locked. So you cannot change the volume, cannot do anything. If you unlock the console, everything come back where it was. Now, because everybody knows that the home button is the way to unlock the console, you can create some code if you really want to lock it down and your local engineer cannot play with it. So what you can do is press home and any combination of the knob around the screen. So you can press home and the unnamed button, and that's going to be your, oh, you did not see it, but I pressed down the unnamed button here on the right. If you want to unlock the console now that you created the code, if you just press home, it will not go on. You can press home all day and nothing will happen. You need to press home and the unnamed button, or home and let's go with 2 buttons this time, home and setup and library. I create a password with 3 knobs, and you can create basically any combination of knob that you wanted to. Let's go unlock that. On the X32, if you're doing this, you can do it with any of the knob on the console. So that could be a little confusing. You have a lot of combination there. But here, basically, any of the knob around the screen is your way to lock the console. You can basically create a 3-knob pattern. If nobody's seeing you doing it, it's pretty much safe. I mean, you don't start to just play around with the button if it's not your console, if you don't know what you're doing. So that's the only way to lock the console, but you cannot lock parameters. You cannot lock part of the console. Maybe for a future update, maybe you want to lock your main out at a certain level, put a limiter on it and say you don't go over that many dB on the output, and you can basically send everything to max and nothing's gonna happen. You will be limited. It will be one way to lock some of the feature, but all I'm gonna say is save your show file, create a backup, and don't let anybody do stupid thing with your gear. That will be my recommendation. And don't lock console, because I've been a guest sound engineer on many occasions, and back in the day, on M7CL's day, some feature were locked, and it used to be a pain in my butt, and had to work around, and had some really bad local technician with really bad attitude giving me trouble with that. So I would prefer if the console can never be locked. That way we cannot, how do you say that in English? I don't know. There's a French expression that says putting a stick in your own bicycle wheel, basically. You don't want to do that. On va pas se mettre des bâtons dans les roues. Et voilà. Okay. Moving on. Sorry, a lot of things happening today. You guys are really active in the chat. I love it. From Neve, is there a way to convert W live file recording into WAV or MP3 without the wing? Yes, there is. If you import, actually, Neve, I saw your email that you sent me. I just didn't have time to reply to it and look at it because I'm taking really good care of my members, people who subscribe to the channel as a member or a super member. I know Neve has been a super member for a long time. Thank you very much. The way to convert your W Live recordings to WAV or MP3 would be to open them into a DAW as separate file, and you can do your thing, do what you want to do with them after that inside your DAW. But there is no public software, I think, that can do the other way around, taking some MP3 and convert them into WAV to get the W recording. I think Patrick Jane Mayo has a software to do that. So Patrick, if you do have a software that can convert the W Live file or random file into a W Live file, please say it in the chat. If you guys need that kind of software, go buy it from Patrick. He's doing a lot of great stuff. But yeah, that would be the way to do it. Take your file, load them into a DAW, and call it a day. Jason, what I did before with the MIDI, was it MIDI over USB or the MIDI output? Now I'm running over USB, but I believe there's a MIDI out. It's been a long time since I played around with DIN connector, the 5-pin. But I would say just go MIDI over USB into a computer. That will save you some wire and combination and like in and out stuff, dealing with the right input with the right output to get an update on your fader in both software. So yeah, USB for easiness. Is there a way to create a custom lock screen like on the M or X32? No, not that I know of. From Mr. Ludwig, no. Okay, interesting information here from Rolf. Those who are interested, there are custom control on the SD card player recorder by default that are for work on card A, hitting the multi-trans button again and let you toggle between each card. So, oh, really cool. So you can, yeah, I didn't know that. It's doing it. On the multi-transport button here, if you press it once, it will be by default on the non-SD card A. If you press it again, the little icon on the left here will change to B, so it will talk to the SD card in B. Right now, I don't have any SD card in the console, but if I were to have, actually I should have one. Where was Dad? I recorded my show from Saturday, so maybe I took it out. There we go. Okay. Let me read what's going on here. Okay, I just reached Andy's post. A good thing to have is a pedal connected to the GPIO. That way you can have tap tempo and a pedal. I used to do that a couple of times, and I found that it was really fun to have your feet tapping the tempo on a pedal. I like that. I even built myself some momentary pedal that I could click myself to have a tempo. If you are good with a soldering iron, you can just take a few seconds and make your own with a quarter inch to quarter inch, just a TS cable, and tap tempo away. It's really fun. Or you can even create yourself a small pedal with a button, and you just can put it wherever you want. If you don't want to have the custom control used to do tap tempo, you can just put it wherever you want on the armrest. Just tape it there and tap your show away. Tap your show away here, anywhere. That will work. Be DIY. This is basically what I'm saying. Be DIY. Charlie, I'm loving the flexible routing using USB, AAS, and Dentate. Yeah, the idea to have flexible routing of anything that you can see here can be applied. Anything that you can see here can be applied to anything here. This is crazy. Why is that out of focus? Come on, focus, console, focus. There we go. So yeah, I love the flexible routing that we have on the wing. Also, by the way, if you don't know, the Behringer wing, the X32 now has flexible routing, more or less easier to use with the custom patch. But if you don't know now, because I said that to somebody last week, with the new firmware, the X32 and M32 can be custom one-to-one patch with the user patch. So if you are an X32 user, take a look at that. Maybe you'll have a good time. Create some really cool custom stuff there. Okay. Stratos, almost all consoles are reverse. Make more sense, I think. No, I hope they change it. Oh no, please. No, I don't want anything to change. I love the way the console... No, actually, I wish we could have a better, easier patch system, but it's getting there. Now that they label the source thing, we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, Patrick's got a software, X32 Wave Live. It's a free tool. Convert a file from Wing session and split them into separate WAV file. Good. Adrian says, hi, a friend sent me is seen by email. I cannot open it. What do you think is the problem? Really good question. You got the snap file, I'm gonna guess. So if you have a snap file, ask him to maybe send it again. Maybe there's a bug with that file. You need to load it onto a USB key and load it into your console. I think that would be the way to try it. If it's probably just a corrupted file. Try to download it again or ask him to send it again, and make sure it's not a channel or effects or routing file only. Make sure it's a snap, because I don't know if these are creating file on the console too. I don't know where that information here of the channel preset and the effects preset and the routing preset are, but make sure that he didn't send you one of these file instead of the full Snapshot file. And when in multi-transport mode, the wheel become useful again, but you have to be in pause mode. Oh yeah, this is true. If you are using the multi-trans and you play around with the wheel, it will change, right? It can scroll on your timeline, so you can have your little timeline here displayed moving. I don't use it that often, to be honest with you. I don't record a lot with my console. I'm doing a lot of live show, and most of the time I want to record them, but I forget. Either I forget my SD card at home, or it's full and I don't want to erase the show that I have in there. So, yeah, basically this is where we're at. Okay. You guys can teach me a lot about recording. I'm not a recording engineer at all. I'm a live sound engineer that specify into in-ears that I'm really good at doing front of house too, because I've been doing this for 20 years. But I think I prefer do in-ear monitor for bands. This is what I like the most to do in your mixes. It's so much fun. You guys have no idea. A fine and coarse setting on that jug wheel would be nice. Oh yeah, I do agree. But actually, it's not. I tried to move a couple things with it, and it's not like that picky. If you go really fast, it will follow, and if you take your time and just move it slowly, it will. Okay, Herman, my question is linked to the password protection. So let me ask that one now. There we go. I'm planning to use the Wing as our system processor using a few matrices. How do I make sure that my configuration is preserved when loading any show? Okay, we have a multiple group of people using the same Wing, so the system tuning setting is always there. Okay. My suggestion would be to put everything into recall safe, some part of your rack, some part of your, basically your matrices, your main out. You just go in the console or actually on every channel and you make sure that everything is recall safe. Can you do a recall safe on a rack? You can probably lock that down and make sure that first you got a copy of your file. Make sure that you got a copy of your file 100% safe somewhere once your tuning is done. After that, common sense, make everything recall safe, make every block on those matrices recall safe, and good luck. There is no way to lock some parameters down, like I said before. So, yeah. Having a backup will be your best solution. Make sure that you do the transition with other people loading in their file. After that, make sure that when they recall their file, everything is in recall safe mode, and then good luck. Let me see, what else did I miss? Now that I answered Herman's question. Sorry, I'm reading you guys. I just want to make sure that I don't forget anything. And they should have named the card 1 and 2, the A and B, to be consistent. Really? Is it? Where does it say 1 and 2? Oh, there we go. Yeah, on top, it's true. It says 1 and 2, not A and B. Can that be? I don't want to report that as a bug. But it should be either or. 1 and 2 or A and B. But I think SD card 1 and 2 will make more sense. But no, I didn't realize that. Yeah, it's true. I'm pointing at something that you don't see. 1 and 2, and on the bottom here it says A and B. So maybe it's a software, quick software fix that can be done with the next one. I don't know. I'm not. Should you guys? Do you guys want me to report that and say, hey, by the way, I think somebody did a labeling mistake here? Not a labeling mistake, but anyhow. Oh, somebody. Oh, okay. When I say things are going fast sometimes, listen to this one. Reply to all from Mr. B. They're still working on this late in time and journey. You need to select studio monitor mode, otherwise routing depend on the channel solo path setting. So, okay, let's go back to that solo thing. Let's go back to my layer here. Gotta put the phone down for a second, and maybe we're gonna find, maybe it's not a bug, maybe it's just a feature, depending on how you want to see it. Okay, how do we select the solo type? I think we need to go into setting, audio, solo system, so live, studio, Hey, hey, hey. Solo in place is the option that you don't want to use. Because if you press solo on something, it will go through your main out. And this is what you will send into a PA or a live stream if you're doing a live stream. It will go through your main one or main of your choice. Try to avoid using that. Live is pretty much what you're expecting. Press solo, it will go back. Studio. I didn't experiment much with studio, so let's see what happened with that. Let's go to the same place that we were before. I have... Is it me or the solo option just disappeared? Let's see what happened here. Let's go A and B. Yeah. No more solo option. If I solo something, it does solo. But I don't know what. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay. Let's go back into live mode. Do we have solo bus? Okay. Patrick, are we sure this is not a bug? Seriously. Okay. I'm understanding things right now. It's not a bug. Well, I don't know. If you're pressing A and B, it will do it one time. Or no, it's not even doing it one time. But when I'm soloing channel, like this one, which is on A, and this one, which is on B, it's switch, or it's the other way around, it's the other way around. But when I'm switching here, strangely enough, in between the channel, it does go out to the right bus. So it's working by concept, but they're not both on at the same time. Really interesting why this is not considered a bug. I don't know. Really interesting. I'm gonna investigate that, guys, and I will eventually give you guys an answer about this, but I found it really interesting that this is not following along because, again, like we said, we selected that feature and it moves. I think the studio solo mode is to avoid the AB in solo. It's probably going to both channel at the same time when you are doing solo mode. So it's probably taking the four solo output, because you guys probably know this, but we have in the routing section, if we go where that would be, output monitor, we have 4 solo option, monitor A and monitor B, that can be patched to by default 7. And can you guys see this? Is it focusing? Yeah, okay. Monitor 1 left and right is by default into the headphone out, where I'm plugged right now, and also copied into aux out 7 and 8. It's physically the same connector. They're all linked by a wire. So it's probably going into both. Well, actually, I'm gonna patch the other ones, and we'll see if there is anything happening in there. If I go in studio mode, I'm gonna go studio mode, and I'm gonna go into routing again. If I'm selecting, now I'm not in solo mode at all. Solo clear, nothing. If I'm selecting my vocal, there we go. Hey, 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 hey. That's my hey, hey, hey vocal. If I'm selecting solo again, hey, it only goes out to main 1. And there is... So, okay, it goes out to A and B. Really interesting. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a little lost here. I'm not sure why it's doing it this way, and I'm not sure why the solo option disappeared in solo mode. Maybe it's a it's a feature, not a bug. It disabled the fact that you have solo option or not on the console when you are in studio mode, so you take that out of the equation. You don't have to choose between solo A or B, but it's not sticking, so interesting. It's been reported or being talked to with the lovely people in the higher heaven of the Behringer wing department. So we're gonna say thank you for them to look at this and hopefully come up with an answer somewhere. Okay. We got some weird stuff going on in the chat, guys. I'm just gonna remove that. Sorry. I don't really see them. If there's anything that should not be there, please point it out. So I'm just gonna get rid of the unwanted or out of topic subject here. But yeah, don't be afraid. I don't have my mod right now. I'm flying solo. My lovely friend Panda Lonely is currently out on the road with bands, so he cannot be attending or streaming, doing some monitoring. So. Jason, cool. Try that and let us know. We need a lot of more feature. To Chris, we need a little more feature in the perspective. And with any regard to the view, the X32 X Live Wave, there is a guy who used my tool in Python script and used the SD session with some kind of HTML5 multiplayer. Separate the SD session, and musician can choose what channel they want to play. Use pretty cool for rehearsal. The software is not polished yet, but it surely sound cool. Great. So maybe we'll have an option for that. And since it's running HTML, I believe it will be web browser based. So I'm gonna guess here. I'm no expert in computer, but I'm gonna guess that it will be compatible for all system, for all you Mac and Windows user. Really interesting here from Ralph. The snap file is ASC2. I don't know, text file. I don't know what that means, but it's a text file. From what I understand, the snap file, when you open them into your basically any kind of text reader on Windows or Mac, Blocknote, whatever, you can read them. You can see channel 1, that feature level, that you can really read them if you cannot play it. So maybe when it was sent by email, like Ralph said, some character will change, caps, no caps, or I don't know what could happen there. But maybe some things are changed and the wing cannot just not read because it sees an error or something that it doesn't understand, and the whole file goes to crap because the wing cannot read it. So I've sent snap file over email before. It was working fine when I got them. Actually, I sent and received file from emails before, so maybe, I don't know, take a look at that. Try to ask your friend to send it again in a zip file, maybe. Maybe that will fix the problem. Maybe the file is corrupted. I was hoping there was some way to lock the recall scope man, yeah, it would make sense, but again, actually, I understand your frustration here, but also I understand that the console should be open, because again, it's I'm gonna do a play on word here. It's not professional console, it's a personal console. So the basic mindset is it should be for a user or a couple of users to have their personal layout, but it also makes sense to have some stuff that you can lock, especially if you're gonna open up the processor crossover side of the console with, you know, the system, the effect that we have that are basically crossover setup. Where is the, hold on, I'm trying to look at, where's the speaker manager? Yeah, once you have a speaker manager somewhere, and you can, I'm just gonna insert it here just for fun. You can play around with all that stuff, you know, crossover. You don't want anybody just playing around with them, especially since you have crossover and EQ. That will be more like it. And you have EQ also. You have is it a one band EQ? Or it's a dynamic EQ, sorry. Can you put it non-dynamic? But yeah, dynamic EQ in there, and like a limiter, and you don't want anybody to just playing around with it. I understand that. Okay. It's okay. The SD card will be fixed. Don't have to worry about that. Moses. I think it's how you pronounce your name. Moses. Why is that I cannot solo individual channel when they are sent to a bus? Really good question. We're gonna try that, but you should be able to monitor, I think, a single channel, not a bus. Maybe the bus is lining up too, but let's try that. Let's take my coffee mug and move it out of the way. Let's take my vocal, send it out to let's go into a group. I'm gonna make sure that my bus 9 is up on the console. I'm gonna make sure that my bus 9 is going to main out. There we go. I'm gonna take my vocal here. I'm gonna take out of the main. And I'm gonna turn it on into the bus. Whoa, I got some compression there going. Oh my god. Input all the way? Nah, that's a no-go. Input all the way on the 1176. I don't know what I was doing there other than creating distortion, because all it does is creating distortion. It's like destroying that vocal. Make sure, for those of you who like parallel and really crapped out vocal, there we go. This is how you do a distortion when you don't have a distortion plugin. Okay, back to business. Sorry guys, I hope it was not too loud for you. I think it went lower on the volume, so. Okay, now I'm on a bus. My vocal is going out to a bus and into bus 9. Hey, bus 9 going there. Can I solo my voice? I'm gonna solo clear. Now I'm hearing the main out, and I'm gonna solo my vocal by talkback mic. I cannot hear that. Is it because my bus is going into a different solo mode? My bus is supposed to go into solo mode. My bus is supposed to be in solo mode. I'm going to change it to the speaker here in the bottom. Doesn't change anything. I don't hear anything in my headphone. Why is that? Is this a bug? Again. Or is it monitor level that is turned on my console, phone level? No, it's not. Let's go take a look at the main house. I'm currently Okay, it says main. Oh, if I go A, B, I do hear it. Interesting. Do bus go by default into main out B or solo out 2? Let's dive into this. I'm gonna go here. My solo bus is in bus A or headphone, and I'm gonna come back here into A or B. If I go solo A, now I'm hearing it. If I go solo B, now I don't hear it. If I go A, B, I hear it. Okay, let's do this again. I'm gonna take out the solo, come back to output A, come back here to bus. Again, I'm gonna press solo on my channel. If I press solo on the channel, I do not hear anything. I'm gonna go back again to view. Monitor control has switched to B. I'm gonna go into routing and see in routing I have my bus going to B. Even if I'm selecting here my bus, go to home, my solo bus is in bus A. I'm gonna go to B here, A, B, nothing happened. I don't have anything. If I go into routing, hey, solo bus B, routing, hey, and I'm gonna go, okay, my channel then, my channel, hold on, maybe there's a mistake. My channel here is in B. I'm gonna go into A, now I have it, okay. Let's go select here, solo clear, again, let's start with this. I'm gonna put everything to A, and do it again. Now, my channel is into a bus. I'm going to solo A. It's working. If I put my channel into B, it's working. So, why cannot solo individual channel when they are sent to a bus? The answer is I don't know, because it seems to be working on my side when I have the solo bus on the right bus here. But let's talk about solo again. If I select AB, I solo clear. I'm selecting a bus that is on B just for fun. Let's go back here. Solo A came to solo B on my bus. It's working, but solo AB is not. So I don't know. Okay. I don't know what's that. So another reply from Mr. B. In studio mode, there is one solo pad. So, okay. You decide the output globally, A, B, or A plus B. In live mode, the decision is per channel. So, if I understand correctly, if you don't manually change the solo from, if you don't manually change every time A and B, it will always go back to the default of the channel, going channel A, channel B, channel A, and then just being that. I can understand why you would like to do that, so that way if you go from a channel into A and you go into B into a monitor, you don't blow everything out. If you select, let's say, a channel or an in-ear mix that is supposed to be into in-ear in the monitor, and you don't want to have really loud in-ear mixes popping out of a listen monitor when you are a sound engineer, a monitor engineer. You don't want that to happen at all, because it's gonna rip your face off, basically. Interesting feature. I get why it would do that, but I also don't get it. Maybe an overview of the solo, possibly for the wing. Nice topic for a separate video. Yes, I think I do have a video about the solo, but it's probably outdated. And yeah, it's probably outdated. I probably need to do another video about the solo. I'm gonna have time this week since I'm sick. I cannot I cannot leave home, so maybe I can do that. John McGuire, is there anything you can do on the Copilot app that you can only do on a physical console? I would not know because I don't play around with the Copilot app a lot. I open it only, I think, twice. When I go out with the Wing, okay, my personal setup. I got an X32 core with a DL251 from Midas. When I don't use the Wing, this is what I'm using with an iPad. When I go out with the Wing, it's because I'm using the X32 core with my DL251 as a monitor rig, and I'm splitting the channel at front of house to the Wing. So when I'm going out with this console, it's because I want to mix physically somewhere with fader. I don't play around with iPad at all. Because if I have to play with an iPad, I'm going to just use the X32 core. I'm not going to bring that big case just to plug an iPad into it. My 1U X32 core will do the job. So, sorry, I cannot answer that. Probably somebody in the chat can answer John's question, because my beautiful community, everybody was here with us today. Thank you very much for being here. Oh, by the way, while you guys are here, we've been going at least through an hour of this live stream. If you like it, press the like button. If you are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support me in what I do and keep some stuff rolling, subscribe as a member or a super member. Every super member will get 1 hour per month of free consultation with me. You basically have this setup available for yourself where I can talk to you. We can go over some stuff. You can send me your file. We can take a look at your Wing file. Feel free to get in touch if you are a super member, and if you subscribe as a super member, it's cheaper than Ask Me per hour rate, because I also do offer a private lesson for unlimited amount of time. If you guys want to have one-on-one session, I'm asking $25 US an hour to just look at your stuff, debug as much stuff as I can from your end, and help you guys achieve what you want to do with the console. Even I don't do a lot of studio stuff, but if you are a beginner and you need help to get started, I can definitely help you guys with that. Now, I'm sorry, my nose is reminding me that I'm sick right now. Ugh. Okay. Sorry, I knew that was gonna happen during the live stream. Got a little nose rush here for no reason at all. Okay. Moving on. In live, I understand you have to change all to individual to be in solo mode. Okay, so yeah, basically play around with the AB solo stuff, guys, if you want to have some fun with the solo, what goes where. But definitely, I'm interested in why the A and B doesn't stick at all. Okay, I need to take my vocal out of that bus. I want my setup to remain the way it was. There you go. Now I'm back. I'm back to normal. I'm just gonna take that all off on my talkback mic. The Copilot app doesn't give you options for monitor volume. Okay, control from an individual channel. I think the Copilot app doesn't give you option for a monitor because it has to be set physically on the console, not in the software. This is a physical knob, not a software-based stuff. Okay, interesting thing here. James, I'm going to come back to your question in a few seconds. Snap file are actually JSON structure text for sure, but that should limit the possibility of corruption unless you use very specific character code. So, okay, maybe just the file that was sent is corrupted. It happened. Send it again. Download it again. Sometimes it fixes a lot of things. Have you tried to turn it off and on again? Sometimes it's the answer. If you want to have more stuff than the Copilot apps, yeah, Pancho really got a point here. Mixing Station is an option. Is it free now, or do you have to pay to get the Pro version of it? I'll let you guys answer this one, but let me know. What else? Is there anything that we can talk about? I'm running out of a question in the chat. This doesn't happen a lot. Usually this is the part where I fake to say, okay, that will be it then, so you guys can just bomb me again with question. But I would say, hey, bomb me out with question, guys. I want to keep going today because I cannot do anything else at home. So please send those questions away. We're gonna do a long stream today if we can, or if not, I'm just gonna go rest, which is not an option. I want to keep pushing. Okay, DL32 and Pro 1. Okay. I got a good one for you. A friend of mine lied to me. He said, if you take a DL32, plug it into a Pro 1 or Pro 2 from Midas, set it as a generic device. For those of you who run Pro 2, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you connect your AES50 stuff on the Pro series, you have to tell the console what is on the other end of the snake, so we can patch the right input with the right language and everything, and it know how many input and output per device and per line. So what you do when you take a DL32, plug it into a Pro 2, set a generic device. Lights turn green, but you cannot use it. It will send pink noise, glitch noise on the first 16 channel, and after that is just a whole bunch of nothing. You cannot have gain control. The Pro 2 do not recognize anything about it. It's just not cooperating. I don't know what the deal is with the HD96. Maybe it's compatible in some way with the HD96 if you want to run a cable out of it, but I don't think so. Seriously. I don't think you can use the DL32 with the Pro series. I think they are limited to the X and M series of console and the Wing. If I'm wrong about the HD96, please let me know, but I know for sure I tested myself with the Pro 1, Pro 2 software. The DL32 boxes are not compatible. Somebody told me a lie or made a mistake and tell me it was working, and it's not working. Don't buy, if you got a Pro 2, don't go out and buy a DL32. Not working. I tried it myself. They told me it was working. They said that they did some tests, but I don't know what happened there, but it's not working. I tried it myself. With only a DL32 plug in the console, the sync light do turn green on the console, on the device, but there is no signal coming through at all. Not even output. Sorry about that. What else? You never did try to replicate the multiband comp with the dynamic EQ. Is it possible? Well, we have the multiband comp. Sorry, guys. I'm getting a rush right now. Okay, I'm gonna try that, the dynamic EQ, then I'm gonna call it a day, because I need to fight that disease. And maybe some resting is a better option than pushing it through a live. You mean the combinator? Let's go take a look at the effect rack. There is the combinator that is, a multiband comp, but also there is the triple dynamic EQ. So if you want to replicate a multiband compression, those are your two options here on the wing. Thank you, Poncho, but I'm just going to do this and I'll push through it. I feel strong enough to push through this. Probably will have to call off work tomorrow then. Because legally, here in Canada, let's do some totally out of topic here. Legally in Canada here, after 5 days of the first few nose drip that you have or anything, if you do not, I'm looking for the word here, if you don't have any fever, which I don't have so far, after 5 days you can go back to work with a mask, of course. I don't have any fever. It's been since Tuesday that I have symptoms of any kind. So I should be fine by tomorrow, worst case ever by Wednesday. But I don't know if I'm going to test positive or not in the next few days. So we'll see with that. But by the system law here, 5 days should be enough. I'm not going to be stupid if I'm feeling sick. I'm not going to go into work. I'm not. Hope I'm going to feel better. But let's finish with that question here. Live topic. Ended. Multi-band compression will be, you can do it here if you want to have specific band compression and you just like do an octave and you basically do your thing with the triple EQ. I mean, you have 3. You can do a lot with that, you know, to have multi-band compression or play around with a vocal. That's probably enough for most needs. Combinator will be closer to a really multi-band compression if you use the threshold. It should react pretty much the same because you have option of the width. So dealing with the width here, you can play around with the kind of band that you want to compress. You can turn it into a 3-band if you really want to. That will be an option. But those are your two options. If you cannot get away with this, I don't know what else you need. That's a really good question, Chris. But I think it will do the job, seriously. If you want to do, like, I don't usually use more than 3 band of compression on a single input. Like, even with the combinator or the multi-band EQ, and sometimes I just use one dynamic EQ, and that should be enough. I tried to get my source right, but I think you know exactly what I'm talking about on this, Chris, because I know you've been around for a long time doing a lot of bands, so you know when you have a good source, you just have fun with it. Stratos. Okay, hold on. No, the DL32 do not run at 96K. The Pro Series do not clock down at 48, but for some reason, when you put a generic device in the Pro 2, plug in the DL32, the lights turn green. I don't know why. Maybe the software update on my DL, it's not up to date, but yeah, definitely. The lights turn green. I see it myself, but no communication is happening at all. Maybe there's an update. Maybe they can update the Pro 2 to allow DL32. Maybe they can allow the DL32 to clock at 96. But we're going down the whole rabbit hole of should M32 be clock at 96K because it has a possibility to do so. And it can be now speaking with Pro 2s and stuff like that. I don't think they want to go out that route. So, yeah, probably never going to happen. And no, not working as we speak. I was told to. It's a lie. It's not working right now. It will probably never will. Like, let's be honest, the M32 is probably never going to be up at that 96K. I don't believe it. If it does, well, I'm just going to update my console and run everything at 96K with my DL251. I was thinking about similar to that 2-band compression on the premium rack on the Yamaha console, the CL and stuff like that. Well, I believe the triple EQ here will be your best solution, or closer to that, but 3-band instead of 2. And if you want to have more than that, the Combinator seriously is going to do it. And it will count as a premium rack, because you can only have 16 of these in your rack total, minus your effect, minus your stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. What will be the closest one, but definitely my bet is on the dynamic EQ. After that, I don't know, but the single EQ on the channel, because just a reminder that I'm just going to take an empty channel here. On the gate, you have the dynamic EQ here. If you want to have a single one, you can do this, do your processing here, and after that, you can also insert a triple dynamic EQ on your channel if you really want to. I believe that's overkill. I believe there's something wrong with the source then if it's not doing what you want to do. But yeah, definitely. Okay. That's gonna be it for today, guys. I need to get more coffee, resting, drinking water, having a good time. But I'm always having a good time when I'm with you. Thank you very much for sticking around. You have no idea how much I love to do these live streams. I was sick in my bed and I said, if I cannot go to work today, I'm going to do a live stream to help the community, help you guys achieve something better with your console. It may be change somewhere, somehow, life of people listening to the music that you made. Guys, I'm gonna get better soon. Next week, if I'm not sick, I cannot be here. I have an event on next Monday, but I will catch you guys up the next Monday. After that, if there is some kind of stuff that is being officially released, I will do my best to rush out a video on that in the next week, days. Maybe I'll be late to the game on this one. I have to rest. I have to work to pay that house that I love so much. Guys, please, until the next one, take care of yourself. I'm gonna go take care of myself. And I will see you all later. See ya!